long have you lived in this district, in this area?
I have lived in the 15th district for the last 40 plus years, if you include when I was at University of Illinois and coming back home.
Sure.
I'm a military brat,
Okay.
so my dad's last station was at Scott Air Force Base.
So this has just been home.
This has been home. Our wild spaces, our public lands, private lands for that matter, anything we can do to preserve those is vital.
Community project funding, it's where you can request money to bring back to your district. If you were to be elected, do you support earmarking? And what would you be interested in bringing money back home for?
You know, I think, I absolutely support earmarking. That's what I'm supposed to do as the representative of the 15th district, is advocate for the 15th district. What I would bring it back for would depend on what the constituents told me they needed it for. So it would, my job, while I can have my long list of issues or reasons, would be to come back to you and say, hey, what do you guys need?
Yeah. So public input, working with the people, I mean, that's already so different than what we've got. It's amazing. It's so refreshing. A pastured pork farmer in Central Illinois, and she is wondering how you would support farmers now that the Illinois Eats program was cut. Would you advocate for that to come back?
I would absolutely advocate for that to come back, and I'll be honest with you, I was unaware that it existed until it went away, and I heard about it, and I thought, how does that even make sense?
Yes, we're cutting programs like that, but still advocating for billionaire tax cuts, you know? How do you feel about that?
I'm like everybody else. I'm concerned about paying taxes, but I absolutely think billionaires don't need any more tax cuts. Well, I'm happy to have received a public education, to have public roads, safe roads, bridges to travel across, police departments, fire departments there to protect me. So I appreciate paying taxes myself.
I feel like politics right now are often focused on putting out fires, what's happening right now, healthcare crisis, budget fights, the urgent things right now. But future generations are rarely brought into this discussion. I'm wondering, what would be your long-term plan to ensure District 15 thrives 20 years from now? What's something you could do for the district to help us in 20 years?
I think probably the biggest thing I can do is hopefully foster an atmosphere of communication and the ability to get together with the majority, as many people as you can, and solve problems just day to day, because we can't predict necessarily what's going to occur. So just building that sense of community back, and seeing the common good, the common humanity in all of us.
Absolutely. How would you try to ensure stable funding to keep the ones open that are open? Because if we lose 9 already in Illinois,
I mean, funding is the answer. You're going to have to reestablish or recommit funds and resources to our rural hospitals, nursing homes, and I think it just goes back to funding.
I mean, earmarking could be done probably for that too.
That's not a bad idea. It just comes back to what do you need, each individual community, and trying to advocate for your district as best you can.
One of the big concerns in this area is data centers, that there is a possibility of data centers moving further down. Illinois has a large number of data centers. People are concerned about having clean water left after that. Would you support data centers moving in, yes or no?
Industry and development, business coming into Illinois broadly should be good. Anything that would threaten anyone's access to clean water or raise energy costs, power bills, tax our power grid,
Yes.
and make it more unreliable would give me concern. So
Yes. My constituent from Mattoon said that Lake Mattoon has toxic algae.
it does.
And they have had 2 no drinking orders, and they're having trouble accessing clean water. And they're wondering if you are up to date on the water issues within this district, because I know they're not the only one.
No, and I think broadly, and I am up to date to the point that, I'm certainly following Mattoon's reports are kind of flat ag runoff lakes, and I think that's
why it happens.
my understanding is why that algae's. What you can do to decrease ag runoff, whether it is going through and dredging these lakes, but also improving oxygenation and getting some type of water movement.
So you're a believer in education. You believe that it is important. Education is essential. How can we just strengthen small town schools?
I think money is the answer to that as well. Better pay for teachers, whether it's forgiveness on student loans, things like that, for teachers to encourage them to come to those communities, but then also the infrastructure, the school buildings, the resources that they have, computers in the classrooms, all these things that we take for granted, making sure that they're up to date. And one of my biggest concerns, beyond just the divisiveness of our government, I am tremendously concerned about the anti-science culture. Public health, vaccine availability, for that matter, just simple education on the benefits of vaccines overall. That may not be a winner, but actual science-based fact is absolutely the loss of medical and scientific research funding to universities is very concerning to me.